Cave of Remembrance, I see.
Yeah, that's one of my starting soon tracks. That's Kingdom Hearts specific. That
Yeah,
won't get content ID because I would use Dearly Beloved, but that would likely get flagged. Nobody gives a shit about Cavern of Remembrance though. By nobody I mean Square.
Right, which is a fucking travesty.
It was a pleasant surprise though to hear it in 358 when I was recording that game, because it's the track that plays when you select a new character for multiplayer.
Which, you know, I didn't think about it, but yeah, that's technically the first time in America we heard that track.
That's true, yeah, because Final Mix was only in Japan at that time.
Unless you really couldn't help but listen to the soundtrack when you had the chance on YouTube.
When Final Mix came out the first time, I for a moment considered looking into like burning PS2 games, especially when I heard inklings of an English patch.
Yeah,
I wanted to give it a shot, but alas, I was in college already at that time, and I was lazy. It was easy to do it on the Dreamcast.
It's a pirating machine of choice champions.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's up?
Steam now advertises EA Play games.
What are EA Play games again?
EA's subscription service, so you just pay like $5 a month and you get to play the game whenever you want.
Sports ball.
So EA's doing like a 50 to 75% off sale on a lot of things, but almost everything is available on the streaming service, so like, what's the point?
Money, my dear boy, in every single pore. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Level 1. Over here on my Twitch page. It's been an interesting couple of weeks.
What's with them?
I'll elaborate later on exactly what I mean, but right now, like, the winds of change are in motion.
I just farted.
Okay, so that's what that was. All right, give it a moment. The winds of change will the winds of change will cease.
So had to delay the stream for a few weeks because of a fart. That sounds about right.
Hey, Sonic Gamer, thank you very much for $22. Gonna be back Kingdom Hearts Warriors. Let's see how high kill count. Yeah, I know. Speaking of kills, the death count is at 456. Yep, thank you very much.
4, 5, 6.
Hey, if you can like, come on, can you snag? Can I get a snag here? Thank you.
Already having to fight for reaction commands. Oh, this is gonna be a session.
Yeah, so the only sort of change that I made for my equipment was that I equipped, what was the Mulan weapon? No,
Hidden Dragon?
No, the pirate.
Oh, I see you got the,
yeah, the pirate weapon, Follow the wind, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that inherently, that has a draw inherently.
Yeah.
Which will help me pick up MP balls, HP balls. After that, it's just a matter of hitting enemies and snagging. So was Demix skip? No, I wouldn't be here if I could. You can't skip Demix.
We went out of bounds to go.
Yeah. Welcome back to Boundary Break, Kingdom Hearts 2. Basically, put the camera.
You put on Draw the Wind. Why do you have your other weapon equipped?
What was Sora doing there?
Hold on. Yeah, I gotta reset the game. Well, actually, no, let's just keep going with this goal. Why not? Yeah, because now my items are also out of whack too, and my accessory is not in the right spot either. I forgot to reset the game before we started the session. That's right. I'll just throw a right this one real quick. I don't care about him, but it loses. Hey, Brandon, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it.
That's Twitter talk, Johnny.
I got all the insanely perfect relics in Crash 4.
Brandon is in my Discord, and he's been going on a trek through that.
I don't doubt it. Oh my god, I should have been done the game by now. But
I should have been too. I just fell on the back burner.
No, and that
like
wasn't,
I'm not
no.
playing
My issue is that I get too caught up in trying to get box gems because that's just the way I play Crash. Like I want to get box gems like that. I always do that in Crash. No, and more specifically, I want to get the flashback tapes because I've been getting them as I'm going along and I've been platinum them as I go along. But there are times, especially near the end, where they fucking put that flashback tape towards the end of the level.
Oh god, there's one in the final level that is literally right before the end. Tally box.
Yeah. I just beat that level last night. Getting to it, and like I was already like going like 20 hours without sleep at that point, but I'm like fucking fuming. I'm like, oh my god, I have to go through all of this in one life just to get this goddamn tape.
It was in the dinosaur world for me. That's when my mentality officially broke. I was like, okay, nope, not doing this anymore. Just being the level casually.
The issue with the flashback takes, Josh Summer, is that you have to get to the point where it's located without dying.
It's like a death route, pretty much.
It's a death route. Yeah, it's basically the game's death route. Wow. Okay, I just did not snag that thing at all.
Yeah, Sora's just been like moon jumping.
You know, so I am saving to 100%ing that game for like maybe a live stream series, because I mean it's perfect for a live stream. I feel like getting everything in that game is perfect for a live stream series. But for the review, I'm just playing it as I normally do, which is harder than it is because I'm fighting back a lot of fucking muscle memory. Like again, I should have been done the game by now. I should have been done the game like 3 days ago, just playing through it normally. But it's really bad mentalities to break out of, and I really want all those flashback tapes.
I want all the gems at the least. Like I could cut my losses with the relics. I just want the gems at the least.
Whatever Crash 4 is, Crash 4 is the worst of the games with 100% completion difficulty.
Yeah.
Like it is an entirely different game. Like if we say that for a lot of Crash games, especially for like Crash 1, but Crash 4, it isn't a completely different game. Like trying to 100% it.
Yeah, like I would be doing like more of the box gym stuff if I didn't have a review code and my October wasn't busy enough as is. So I was just like, I need to get this video out like within a week, like in order to stay on time, kind of deal. Ollie, it's not so much that I mean there is a lot of boxes, but it's just more how much harder it is to 100% than to play the game casually, kind of deal.
It ain't even really hard. It's just a sucker punch secret. It's fun.
Yeah.
Every level's a cold hard Crash in some way, shape, or form.
I've gotten sucker punch so many goddamn times.
Right.
The horror stories I've seen from it was no dillo dallying. It's a level with over 500 boxes. Linky, Ace, and Tevi all within like basically a day had screenshots of 501 out of 502 for the end box one.
And after a while, you get
you feel defeated.
Yeah, you feel defeated, but it's like, but not in the good. It was like, oh, you got me. It's like, oh, fucking hell, seriously? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
So it's a Lost Levels defeated, not a Dark Souls defeated.
Yeah, you know, that's a good way of putting it. Because Dark Souls kicked my ass, but I was never like overly fucking piece of shit, so cheap. You know, a lot of things generally felt like my fault until that one time I clipped through the floor. That was the game's fault. But a Crash 4, it's like, come on, like what the fuck? Okay, maybe for like 1 or 2 levels, I guess. Like just pay homage to Crash Bandicoot, I get it. But like every 3rd stage, like every 2nd stage, I'm going through it, and it's like 188 out of 189. I was like, come on, what the fuck? What are you talking about? What did I miss? I was so fucking thorough. But then I find out that those boxes that I'm missing are literally hidden off screen. Like, and besides, like,
so bad with
not
that.
even Cold Hard Crash like bad, but more like, I can give you an example right now.
Dang it!
In the final world, there is an Aku Aku box. You cannot see unless you let the platform that falls fall, and you have to deliberately stay on it as it's falling to be able to see the box. Then you jump on that shit and then make your way back to safety on the other platform because the platform before is fallen. You know, that was by complete fucking accident I found that box.
I mentioned it in my review, but it's like I can't tell if it's if it's just that's how they designed it that way, or if it's that they're inexperienced with Crash compared to Vicarious Visions. I don't know, because like
I don't know what notes they've taken though. That's the thing.
Like the thing is, like I didn't have these issues with Future Tense and Crash Warped when they made that level.
Oh no, Crash 4 already had enough of its own boneheaded fucking box.
But and to be fair, Vicarious Visions already had experience with Crash with the Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
And like I said, not for nothing, the game still hits all the right spots.
Yes, it does.
When
Casually, it is fantastic.
It is one of the best Crash games ever made. Like just casually
But
speaking.
here's the thing, though.
I hold it right up.
The GBA games didn't have these issues.
Say what?
Yeah.
The GBA games didn't have these issues.
I would disagree with
Not to that extent.
Not to the extent, no. But there were seeds planted with the bonus rooms. The bonus rooms are pretty rife with that shit, where they like to sucker punch you by giving you the exclamation boxes at the end of the bonus room that require you to backtrack to those boxes that you didn't think you would need to get to beforehand.
But at the same time, I'll give benefit of doubt on for the GBA games, just because they are working with a much smaller screen on that one, so screen crunch is inevitable on that.
Absolutely. Before I continue on, because I've been getting a few notifications here. I already mentioned Sonic Necromancer. Thank you very much for the tier 1, and thank you for the sub bomb today to Soto Otaku, Rystar, and a Canadian Dragon, just one. And Spartan, thank you very much for the bits. Actually, let me do this real quick because it's been a while since I've done one of these.
I want fucking coffee right now.
You should probably drink some coffee, dude. Was it too late for you?
No, it's not too late. It ain't too late for me for coffee. I'm one of the few dickheads who drinks coffee legitimately for the taste. The caffeine does nothing for me.
Here, I'll drink to that.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make me some coffee. I got some authentic Irish creamer too for my buddy Josh. So I'm gonna give me a little toast.
Was it alcoholic?
Yeah.
Ooh, but by all means, what the hell's my damn music at? There we go. No, that's the episode thing, damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Last time on Level 1 Darkness Simulator. Many deaths of the dreaded Final Fantasy Gauntlet in about an hour and a half of the Battle of the Thousand Heartless, which is yet to conclude. How many more deaths will there be tonight, now that we have far surpassed 358 deaths? What other punishments will we arbitrarily inflict Johnny upon for dying too much? Find out here in episode 14. Battle in the Big Canyon, part 2. To answer that question, there will be no other punishments for this. The stipulation was 358 deaths. I played 358. Nothing else. Get fucked.
Yeah, that's all right. That's already gonna be hell on itself. So,
would I recommend Crash 4 as the first Crash game to play casually? Yes. I think it's a great game. I think it's a fantastic game.
Like I would say you'd be fine. I would still say I would still recommend Insane Trilogy, 1 because it's shorter, and 2 even casually. I do think Crash 4 is a little harder than 2 and 3, honestly. But like if you want to start with Crash 4, you'll be fine. So yeah. 100% Crash 4 worse than Mario Sunshine? Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's not even close. It's
not
way
even
worse.
a contest.
Yeah, it's not even a contest. It's way worse.
What if, because guys, what if there was over 500 blue coins in a single stage? That's Crash 4.
Yeah.
So you play the Insane Trilogy if you want a good family-friendly time, and you play Crash 4 if you want to get cucked.
Crash 4. It's about cucking. That's it. That's the entire game.
That's what the ads are. Oh my god, it's a bandicoot! Yep, it's starting to settle in on him. I should probably go.
I do want to make the Photoshop at some point of like Crash 4. I missed it by 1 fucking box. Like for the title.
Which is the entire game, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that man's life. That is such a weird advertisement.
No. But I've been loving them bringing back like the Crash outfit guy. It's like my favorite part of the marketing for Crash.
Now, the only thing I worry about is, okay, was the ginger reveal joke before the fire or after?
I don't know how long it would actually take to produce that kind of commercial, but I want to say it was after.
Again,
or that it's one hilarious coincidence.
So, like, regardless if Crash gets into Smash or not, I think the Crash costume has to be a Mii outfit at some point. Like the guy in costume Crash outfit. I really want that.
I would love that, yeah. Fuck, man, that gets so out of hand so fast. Holy shit.
Oh, jeez, wow.
Yeah.
How many deaths did I miss?
Like 1.
Just 1 after you left, yeah. That was my longest run so far. The Crash outfit guy should be in Smash, not Crash. Oh my god, yeah, it's a Mii outfit. Exia, to answer your question, is that's probably the most common question I get, whether or not I'll do this or such and such. The answer is always going to be eventually. Yeah. For Doom specifically, I do have, there's interest in that, but again, it's all a matter of time.
Eventually.
Yeah, I mean, basically. Okay, you can just backwards jump and not grab the damn thing, Sora. That's cool, buddy.
He's moved jumping a lot, I'm noticing.
I've never seen that usually happen. Never seen that happen. I should have said sorry. One word too many.
I shouldn't be in the air like this. Yeah. Okay.
Not every acrophobic ever.
Yeah. When you're having last minute regrets before the skydive.
When you climb a ladder up to the top and you're like, oh shit, this strand ain't feeling good.
When you're climbing up and you're just starting to feel it go back and you're like, oh god.
No.
Oh no, for us it ain't backward, it's when it goes off to the side. When it slides on the...
Something's wrong.
Dude, when I'm on the side of a house, I take one step up and the ladder starts to slide to the right. I swear I would sit like that.
This is it. This is how I die.
What a sad way to go, too.
Dude, I can't imagine what you're going through like with like those fucking tall ass ladders. I get like that with my 3-foot step ladder.
Like the most,
you know, man.
The highest I've been for like ladders normally is like when I have to work with theater stuff and stuff like that, and that still freaks me the hell out.
I swear to God, you actually adapt. It's just that it's never fucking easy depending upon the strand.
It's like you should see me if I ever have to go to the rafters on a stage, like the most top part of it, and like it's all graded up, but it's like one of those don't look down, for the love of God, do not look down, because it's way higher up there than you think.
The strands for cable communications techs to work off of are able to hold up to 2,000 pounds. That being said, when you're looking down at a strand, you're loving like hell. That is true. Otherwise, your family's going to make a very nice living for the rest of their lives, but you'll be dead.
Yeah, just a bit.
Did you just say strand? These are the connections that bind us, Sam.
No, don't go in the air. Don't go in the air. Don't go in the air. Get off the air. He's going to say something racist. Get off the air.
So, like, no one ever even mentioned the fact that Death Stranding has CQC.
What is that really surprising, given Kojima?
I mean, you could, for all we care. We're just going to use it to throw piss grenades.
That's right.
Or
Why do you need CQC when you got a bottle of piss?
How would you like to see a sequel?
Hey, kids, check out the new edition of the DLC store. It's a bottle of piss.
No, it's Grandma's peach tea. Which I'm gonna guess in the director's cut is gonna have an extended plot point. Do I want a sequel to Ritual of the Night? Absolutely.
Hell yeah!
I want to dress her up in more hats.
Someone's asking if you're no longer sub to the channel. Yes, you will lose your access to the sub Discord after a timed period.
Okay.
Not even that now. It's just you lose your role and you can't do jack.
Okay, yeah, so you might as well just not be sub to the Discord at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need an active sub in order to participate in sub Discord and get an idea of when I'm going to be doing sub nights. Speaking of which, I might as well announce that now before I forget to do the update on the channel. This week's sub night at Friday will be Jack in the Box. Not Jack in the Box, Jack Box. It's just gonna be twirling a Jack in the Box for 2 hours straight. Okay, this is cool, but when's the thing gonna fucking pop?
It comes out. Make sure you load it with a boxing glove so that it can knock you out for a good laugh.
Yeah. With the cream pie.
Now the boxing glove's funnier.
Finishes off with a tasty treat for me. And then I work out immediately because I'm over my limit.
Johnny, we've been through this. Comedy when it happens to somebody, when yourself is a tragedy. Comedy when it happens to somebody else is funny. So you're paying for their amusement. That's why you're doing this after all.
Yes.
Also, John,
yo,
it's been 6 days since they said that they are having a team member look at the integration issue. Meanwhile, I first started getting emails from them on the 24th about this issue. What gives?
I can't speak for them. I don't know.
Yeah, even
I'm back to you about that. Never comes back.
Even I'm struck a fucking silent, and that's an accomplishment if you do that. Matt, why do you think we all laugh at the Dallas Cowboys for sucking? We just laugh at the Dallas Cowboys for fucking everything, dude.
Oh, hey, don't worry. I live in Detroit. We have the Detroit Lions, so, we are very used to that. We never win anything.
What is it? We're currently #1 in the NFC East with a record that's like, what the fuck? No, we're not.
We're a polished turd. I posted not on Twitter, but on Facebook. I shared a link that showed who's injured on our team. I was like, who's fucking left to play?
But COVID has won more games than any team this season.
Oh my God.
Right?
I still remember an image that I saw a while ago of like a baseball stadium, but it was like people trying to play baseball, and there's like a bunch of weird paper cutouts of people in the audience stand, and the sky is just like a bright, like toxic yellow, and I'm just like, if there is an image to put in the history books for 2020, that is it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that and like the virtual NASCAR. Where they have like stadium people and you do emotes and stuff.
That's like, I know, right? End stage capitalism. Mr. Johnny Raichu, sir, your nice name is Raichu now. Okay. How do you do that trick on Sonic Heroes where you get the T-Blast quickly with the flying type?
Oh, you go in flight formation and you press the Thundershoot button and the switch button at the same time.
Kind of similar to like doing the infinite chaos control in the Hedgehog.
It's not that hard to do at all. Just get the timing for it down. You'll do it pretty naturally after like 2 or 3 attempts. And as far as I'm aware, it does work for every version. So,
oops.
Choppity chop. Thank you, Mr. Johnny Raichu, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Sega really had just kind of a bad reputation with game-breaking glitches at that point.
Yeah. Well, I think at that point, you know, they were transitioning to not their own hardware at that point, so.
Yeah. Because Shadow with, like you said, the Infinite Chaos Control glitch. Heroes with the Team Blast glitch. Sonic 06 with Sonic's whole scenario there.
Remember, dude, you do
of having an infinite meter.
Why did Megatron have to leave the Lions?
What?
What? I don't remember that one.
That was a random fucking thing.
It's in your chat.
There's another Detroiter in here, so he's just like, remember, like, never forget of like Lions, like 0-18, like thing that we have consistently every year.
Oh, one time something here. First of all,
Johnny,
thank you for the bits. Oh yeah, I was about to read that comment myself. John, I feel bad for you when you eventually do the Final Fantasy Marathon because 1 and 4 are fun. No, they're not. 2 is not fun. But 5 could go suck it. All those videos are going to be long.
5 could go suck it. Bad Harbor!
Okay, so I am looking forward to the Final Fantasy Marathon because it's not just a matter of the games individually, it's the amount of sentimental value I have for the franchise in of itself. And that's what I'm really looking forward to, is pouring my heart and soul into those videos to talk about.
5 is fun.
Yeah, and excuse me, 5 is a great game.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, that's why like I'm not too huge of Final Fantasy, but I love like watching Clement's Clement Remembers video of like the Final Fantasy stuff, because you can just so tell of like the sentimental value he has with each game kind of deal. So it's always really fascinating.
5 rules. Anyway.
Granted, some experiences will be fresher than others. Like, my Final Fantasy 2 and 3 video won't be as sentimental as 1 or 4. Same as 8, because 8, I tried. Lord knows I tried multiple times. But
no, you didn't try. That's the point. That's how you keep battles going quickly. You don't try. You just run. The less experience, the better.
Honestly, though, I just play 8 normally. Like, yeah, I'll grind for the spells and shit, but ultimately, I just play normally. The games don't start to me at any level.
I didn't mean to throw that high potion. Shit.
8 is like the
Dave Matthews
that
9's the best
love
one,
it or hate
right?
it.
9 is a great game. I wouldn't call it it's not my favorite one, but it is a fantastic RPG.
It holds up. It's pretty high up there in my echelon. I know some of my top favorites are 5, 7, 10, 2, 12. 9 hits at 2, yeah. In like no specific order, by the way. Remember, you have your limit. You have your limits for a quick
Yeah, I know.
heal.
I'm trying to say how much I can do before I get to the halfway point.
If it makes you feel old, 9 was my very first game.
Like
That don't make
ever?
you feel old.
Yes. Not really. Not really. It doesn't make me feel that old.
See,
7 was my first Final Fantasy ever. So when Johnny talked about Final Fantasy 6, he's laughing at me like, "Yeah, Matt, there was more Final Fantasies before the 7th one, dude."
no, you see, it's funny to me. I was talking with people in my Discord, and they were just trying to bring up the games that I used to play back with the GameCube era, it's like saying that I'm old. Everybody had like a groan, and I'm just like, yeah, I've learned to accept it. Then he brings up like something like Gravity Falls was like over like 10 years ago. It's like, oh my god, that's like back when I started college. Stop, no, please. With TV, it makes me feel a lot older than with games, honestly.
Oh, you want to feel old? The Xbox 360 is 15 years old.
Oh my god. Wow. That does not feel right.
Well, I guess just to make it sound worse with the Final Fantasy 9 thing, Final Fantasy 9 was my first game ever, and the PS2 was already out for 4 years at that point.
Okay. Well, again, nah, it doesn't really feel that old.
Yeah.
Johnny, what do you plan to do after you finish this or Sonic Heroes? Just ask somebody in the chat.
I'll get back to you on that right now, because right now I'm not thinking that far ahead. For Twitch specifically, again, for reasons that I will get into later when things are more established and confirmed. So again, I don't want to drop any news now until I get all the details. So,
By the way, chat, I never owned a PS1 memory card.
You dumb fucker.
you rebel. You like wasting time with those Crash Bandicoot 1 passwords, I see.
Dude, I didn't get a PS2 memory card until over a year of having the system.
You were born with a PS2 memory card. I was raised with it.
Born with it.
Leaving
didn't
Dragon
see
Ball Z
I didn't
Budokai
see the
2,
light of
just
SSDs
running
until I was already a
nonstop.
man. At that point, it was nothing to me but blinding.
Yeah, just running games like Jak and Daxter, Budokai 2 nonstop. Where the game's just running
Well,
overnight.
Jak and Daxter, you can beat in one sitting pretty easily, so.
Not for me as a kid.
Oh, that's how you were like throwing up your reflection. Like, please run into it.
Somebody
Please.
trigger it. For the love of God.
Me!
Sam.
I remember the price of that memory card too for the PS2. It was $80.
What? Why was it $80?
Toys R Us. It was the only one they had.
Like, that's just not.
God.
Memory card should not cost more than a game. I'm sorry.
8 megabytes for $80.
Yeah, $10 for every megabyte. Pay up.
Oh, that was so stupid.
The Neo Geo memory card is all 2 kilobytes of it. Oh my god.
Remember when a 2 gigabyte SD card was a luxury?
Yeah.
Man, I remember whenever 80 gigabyte hard drives were a luxury.
I've had that external HDD for like years now. I know they're like, it's way obsolete, but it still holds all my damn files for it.
Yeah.
It does what I needed to do. That's all I can ask.
Yeah, exactly. For storage, it's exactly what I needed it to be.
I mean, Western Digital was selling
Oh,
one
okay. I
for
could just
80
not
bucks.
go
That's
into
4 terabytes.
uniform. That's fine too.
Remember when 8 megabytes was a lot of storage? It actually was for the PS2 save files. You could hold a lot of fucking data on those things.
And now you got games that save files that are like 4 gigabytes.
Giga who? A gigabyte.
Giga in, giga out. Giga high, giga bye.
Fuck! Use the deal, assuming your favorite Final Fantasy is one playing. No, that being Final Fantasy 6. You could just say Final Fantasy 6. That was so that's a long way of saying that. Yeah, no, Final Fantasy 6 is one of my favorites, yes. It is up there with 7 and 4.
I just find it funny how we've kind of stopped pushing really hard for storage. And so, you know, before you could fit like your entire PS2 library on 1 or 2 memory cards. Now you can only fit 3 copies of Call of Duty Warzone on a single game console.
Why is that game so large?
You know, the one that
250 gigabytes.
The one that like I always bring up in this situation, it was just like I see like stuff like that. It's like either 20 gigabytes or up kind of deal. Like I think Crash 4 was like 30 or something, and then I look at Fire Emblem Fates with like all 3 paths in there and the entire game voice acted, and it's under 20 gigabytes. How?
No, Crash 4 said 20, but it was actually like 47.
What?
Yeah, people are so confused.
Is it 20 or is it 40? Hold on, what?
Come on, guys. Which one is it?
That's 20 gigabyte difference. Where does it magically go?
That's probably the tiny DLC they weren't able to put in.
Okay. The DLC. So, it'll be unlocked later.
Oh, wait. You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, so it just confirmed in chat. It's 46 gigs.
So we were asking, what does 14 fall into that? See, 14 to me despite being a mainline Final Fantasy, it does go into a different category for me because it is an MMO. It is pretty different.
Yeah.
But 14 is just one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope so with the
the
number of days.
No, I'm actually trapped.
I'm
trapped in a vortex until I get my perfect Alex
It makes me
clear.
think of all my friends, my Smash friends that keep saying they hate Smash Bros. And have over 3,000 hours plugged into their Switches. I'm like, guys,
I'm playing it out of spite.
That sounds like Brian's Twitter in a nutshell. I hate this game. Finished.
Why do you keep playing it? Because I don't want to lose.
I will not let it beat me.
Man, that was Battlefield 3 and 4 in a nutshell, though. I've clocked over 1,500 hours in both games. And I'm like, yep, I absolutely hate these 2 games.
That's a realization when you realize you're not really having fun with it anymore.
Yeah.
That happened at 13. I was like, yeah.
Wait a minute. This is bad.
Yeah, it really was.
Out of curiosity, Matt, on your first 13 playthrough, if you can remember that far back, like when did you realize, oh, this is not the one at all?
Chapter 11. When the
Chapter
game
11. Oh, so it took. Okay, so
when
it
the game
took to chapter 11, but like, what was it that? Because I know you hate 13, like. No doubts about it. But up to chapter 11 is when it was like the defining point. Like, what?
Let me put it to you like this. It was after I sat through the story the game wanted to tell with me thus far, after I sat through the unintuitive combat scenarios, the segments, after I sat through countless battles that had actually been trying to play strategic but really didn't work until you had all 3. It was at chapter 11 where I'm sitting there, I have the full game open to me, and I'm realizing I fucking hate this shit.
For me, I can tell it
It's like if Monica Lewinsky just realized what Bill Clinton did to her and was like, wait, that's wrong. You want hella far compared to being mad I stopped after 2 hours. I kept hoping like hell it would have gotten better after the 2 hours. And it didn't. It just fucking didn't.
I feel like I could have that moment a little bit easier of like to tell of a point like when I'm just not liking it is either in a fight game or an RPG.
I held out hope that it was going to get better, that it was going to pay off to something, and it didn't. And I was just annoyed. Wait, did you just go into break limit?
I put myself on MP charge.
Yeah. So that way drive gauge builds up faster.
Oh, okay.
Snag is so unreliable this session.
Yeah.
I think for Battlefield...
The snag problem is that every time you get it, you're getting plucked in the ass if you get to it too late.
I think
my
with
ass.
Battlefield with me, I'm like, okay, it's going to get better with the next game. It's going to get better with the next game. It's going to get better with the next game.
It's
I'm
like when
top
Lewis...
500 worldwide for both tanks. For tanks, jets, and sniping. It's going to get better with the next game. The next game is a side game by Visceral, and then they kill Visceral, the studio itself. Okay, maybe it'll get better with the next one, and it's Battlefield 1. Aw, dang it.
You sound like Lewis Black when he's about to eat candy corn. Maybe it won't be that bad this time.
I love Lewis Black.
I played Final Fantasy II for 30 minutes and understood every complaint about that game. Final Fantasy II is a cultural product. You see, in Japan, they give their kids calculus in 5th grade, and that drives up their really high suicide rates. So every time you play Final Fantasy II, you're practically in a Japanese calculus class, whereupon you have to butcher yourself to level yourself up, and you're like, calculus!
Without using such an extreme metaphor, I just find it boring.
It's just kicking your ass all day. Literally.
I know, but
Period, I need you to get better at lances. Stab me. Okie dokie. Doink. It's the only... I played Final Fantasy II. It's the only one I quit. Godspeed.
What is your favorite summer game as a child?
My favorite what?
Summer game.
Summer game?
Summer game.
I mean, that has to be an RPG.
You know,
hold on. I feel like this one requires a bit of category for it. Like, are we talking about a game you keep going back to in the summer, or a game that you spent like the entire summer playing through, kind of deal?
One that you'd always go back to every summer, basically.
Then probably Melee, most likely.
See, the term child game is one that kind of throws an anti-qualifier in my boot because, hands down, I'd honestly say Persona 4. Like, it's still my favorite Persona game of the 5. I mean, granted, 5 handles much more style. Well, my favorite.
I say of the 5? That's like that. I thought it was Eternal Punishment.
It is Eternal Punishment.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, out of between 3 and 5.
Of the
post. Oh, okay, the modern Persona
yeah.
games, yes. I'm getting a horrible snag look here. Jesus Christ. All right, anyway.
Like that's gotta be like Persona is just such a good like game to spend a summer playing through, kind of deal. Like, because I'll usually start one at the beginning of a summer and then I'll finish it by the end, and then I just feel good afterwards, kind of deal.
I guess for me, it would be the game Total Annihilation for the PC. The real-time strategy game, because I don't know, I fell in love with it for some odd reason.
I was muted. I'm sorry, but I'm saying, like, after I've done 4, I really feel sad about leaving Inaba. Like, damn, this sucks.
Yeah.
Time to go. Compared to 3 and 5, where it's like, well, fuck. I guess that's it, guys. Later.
I guess another one for me would be like the summer that before. What happened, Johnny?
I grabbed the thing, I snagged it, then I immediately threw it back. It was like, it's not the one I'm looking for. Yeah. Like, just fucking yeeted it away.
Sound like you're buying a dildo.
I like this one.
Was it because it was too close to the wall?
Again, you're buying a dildo. That's what it sounded like.
But for like a summer game, the other one I think was like the summer before Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice came out. That was like the point when I was like, okay, because I played through the first one back in high school, and then I dropped Justice for All like halfway through, and then my friend Tyler was getting into the series. So like, you know what? I'm gonna go play the games alongside him. We're just gonna binge it until Spirit of Justice played out. So I played 2, 3, 4, and 5, like basically all back to back to back.
It's funny. Ace Attorney is not a summer thing for me to marathon. It's actually more for the winter.
Really?
Because it's more just because of like memory association, that sort of thing. Because I do that with a couple of games or franchises in particular. Like for me, Luigi's Mansion, I always think of late September, early October. That's when I first played the game, years and years ago. For Ace Attorney, the first time I played the first game was towards the end of December, early January, because Ted gifted me the first game for the DS to give the series a shot, and I ended up playing most of it during the train ride to and from Pittsburgh. And I was hooked by the first game, and I ended up just marathoning the rest of it throughout the beginning of that year. So every time I get to January to March, I'm in an Ace Attorney mood.
For me, nowadays, like now that I'm older, it's like it varies. It'll most likely be a JRPG. I have, come to think of it, yet to do my yearly Persona 2 rerun. I'm actually...
Well, I mean, you got time.
No, not really, because I'm focusing on all the new games right now, so I might have to blow that off to next year for the moment. Right now, though, like, I guess for the summer games, it usually ends up veering toward the Tales series. Like I was starting Graces up, and then Crash came out and was like, "Oh, bye, Graces." So
now Bandicoot is my new friend.
I don't want to play with you anymore, Asbel, which is really kind of like a good 30% of the plot.
No, I've never played any Digimon games. Elevates. I never had any interest in Digimon.
I played the one of the very first ones before the rules got more finite, where the Digimon actually pooped, and I didn't get very far in that at all. Like, it was completely different than what I was expecting it to be, so it was like, well, this sucks for me. But there's always a never say never kind of thing when it comes to that.
I was one of those petty middle schoolers when Digimon was making the rounds, like, Digimon. Just Pokemon ripoff. I'm not wasting my time with that.
I kind of hate I was that kid too, you know?
You know, by high school, I honestly eased up on it, but, you know, back then, that was my initial distaste in Digimon. I was like, I got Pokemon, I want to play Digimon.
If there's one thing, if there's one Digimon season I recommend watching, it's the third one, Tamers.
Yeah, I hear great things about Tamers all the time.
Tamers starts as Digimon and then devolves into cosmic horror. Like, holy shit!
I know that's one of the famous shows that just brutally murders a character straight up on screen. Like, no.
Oh, that's Leomon. He gets killed every fucking time. But this time around, it really has some real fucking... It's like, holy shit! No! Poor Jerry! Hi, John. How have you been, Chief?
I'm dead.
That's what I've been.
I've just been, god damn it. This part sucks so much.
It only sucks if you're, like, hitting yourself. It only sucks if you're, like,
Maybe, have you ever tried stop hitting yourself, Jeff?
So, as far as Digimon, I was one of those confused kids that own the movie. Like, none of this flows together. I'm just lost.
Was it a separate continuity? Oh,
it was 3 OVAs stitched together, and none of them were. None of them had anything to do with each other.
Nah, to me, my diet in the late 90s and the early 2000s was strictly Pokemon, Sailor Moon, and Dragon Ball, and maybe a couple of other things on Toonami if I had the interest, and Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously.
It was kind of more or less the same. I also had Avatar in my diet. Unfortunately, Avatar's production schedule was kind of crazy back then.
Yeah.
So it was like they kind of aired like the same 6 episodes over and over again, and you were dying for the new ones to come out.
Oh my god!
Hale's the bossing save for 2 years straight.
You want to talk about
the Great Divide?
You want to talk about I mentioned earlier how I was the petty middle schooler when it comes to not watching Digimon. Because I thought it was a Pokemon thing. I unfortunately had a similar petty reason for not tuning into. It was Avatar and it was Teen Titans when it was they're making the rounds, because I saw the anime-esque direction as desperate. That is on a very surface level, like just basis, which is, you know, it's obviously completely wrong. But that was what I told myself back in the day. Because I was a dickheaded Dragon Ball fan. Like, it was like, this is trying to be anime, but it's not anime. It's not from Japan.
I had a similar thing when it came to Crime Sims, and then I played Saints Row 2, and I shut the fuck up afterwards.
Yeah, usually it takes the one gateway one to change your mind on that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Far Cry 3 for me was that for shooters.
Yeah.
Granted, I still shoot like I'm aiming through a brick, but
that like Ace Attorney and Danganronpa were me for that for visual novels, because I usually would not think about like playing them, and then I played them and like, okay, I'm hooked now. I'm hooked. I get it.
A show I really hated in high school was Steven Universe, because I'm just like, all they're doing is just crying and singing. What do people like about the show? I'm just like, man, I hate Rose.
I don't understand this Steven Universe. All it's about is lesbians and rocks.
Meanwhile, I'll go get a rock myself.
Which is a dramatic undersell of that show. You know, I've yet to fully tune into it. Not because I don't want to, it's because when it was making the rounds, my jam was either Adventure Time or regular show.
Man,
so.
Yeah. I love Steven Universe, but fuck that first season.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get through.
Yes,
that first season is so hard to get through.
Well,
Johnny, you ever watch regular show?
I have not.
Oh, you really should. It's on Hulu. Basically, it's like it's the epitome of white boy humor, but it's really funny and at times great, and then it goes crazy.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Like I love his new series that he has on HBO. I always keep forgetting the name, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. You know what I really get angry every now and again when I listen to the soundtrack of the show that never got enough love? Mega Sex LR.
Yeah.
I am so angry to this day that show did not get enough love. I am furious at that.
And they can't even bring it back if they wanted to because they wrote it off as a loss.
Right, we can't even get a DVD set, so it kills me.
It always like makes me sad for like say Ed and Eddie. Like they never re-released the episodes ever. So like the only thing that exists is like one DVD of half of the first season, and you can literally not watch the rest of it. You have to find it online.
I know the case behind Mega Sex LR. What's this shit with Ed and Eddie?
I don't know. It's like they just never did it.
Maybe someone in the chat can elaborate if they know.
If anybody knows that, I would love to know because that's always bothered me for so long.
You know what else is depressing?
What's up?
The Generator X not living up to its potential.
Wait, what's not living up to its potential?
Generator X. If it had just come out a few years prior during that Teen Titans era, it would have been so worth it.
Generator X was one of those cartoons I kind of liked, but at the same time, it didn't like hit the spots. It's like, what am I watching right now? CBS has a show called Evil. I mean, the characters are turning out a good performance. The antagonist is somebody I love to fucking hate. And I forget the guy's name exactly, but he was Luke Cage. Turns out a great performance, too. It's hitting... all the characters and all the actors are there to show up and ready to work, but the plot lines are weak for me. It's like, it's just not hitting that right sweet spot yet.
Oh, God. All right, so I'll show my age. I heard Generator Rex as Generation X, which was a mid-90s television X-Men spinoff that I think was only one episode. I think it was a movie. And
wait, Next Generation?
No. Generation X. This was I don't know if it was a movie or a miniseries that was on Fox that aired in the mid to late 90s. It was before X-Men came out in the theaters. But it was set in like the Marvel universe. They were mutants basically, without actually calling them mutants and all that. And that's what I thought you guys like. Holy fuck! I'm not the only one that saw that. But no, you guys are talking about completely different properties.
This kind of one leads me into a discussion that I was talking with friends a few days ago about. But like, I know a lot of people have like the 3-episode rule for shows and stuff like that. I'm a little different. Usually, it's like if friends tell me the show is really good, kind of deal, I'll give it a shot. For me, I tend to give it if there's one really good episode in its first season.
For me, it's the season. For me, I give it one season.
Yeah,
I give it one season, and in particular, there was one episode that I think really showed, like, okay, I can see what this could evolve into. I'll stick around, kind of deal.
But even though that is kind of a double-edged sword, because there are times where, starting with the second season and beyond, they really hit their stride, but it ends up being nothing like the first season for the better.
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe is a prime example of that. To go back a little further, the Batman, the mid-2000s show.
Yeah, the first season.
The first season, I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just like, it's not really hitting the same notes as the animated series for me personally. It seems like they're kind of confused on what they want to do. But by second season and beyond, once they introduce Batgirl and bring Robin, the show finds its stride. And I think it's a much better product as a result. And Batman vs. Dracula is legitimately good.
To bring up a modern example for that, Amphibia, for me, was like...
That's the most under song, right?
Like, yeah.
Holy fuck, we have 500 deaths? Holy shit.
Oh my god. But yeah, to go to Amphibia, like I really enjoyed its first season. And there were episodes I really enjoyed, but like so it's like I'll stick around for season 2. And then oh my god, that show got so much better in its season 2.
Like the Avatar itself really hit the stride for me with I think it was the Storm episode.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
That's usually the episode where Avatar really starts revving it up. And but in season 2, when they introduce both Azula and Toph, is when the show really hits the high octane.
Yeah, like like for example, to bring up the Avatar example of the storm, like when I was rewatching it with friends, the storm was definitely the episode that I was like, okay, like rewatching it, it's like, okay, yeah, this is definitely the point when they found their element, and then they expanded on that in season 2 and beyond.
Good
at
fun.
that point. So it's usually, I'm looking for that kind of episode, like for Steven Universe case, that episode for me is Rose's Scabbard in season 1 for me, because that was the moment I was like, okay, alright, I see what you're playing down, Steven Universe, I'll stick around.
Rose's Scabbard and the Mirror episode at Lapis.
The one that introduces Lapis Lazuli, yes, I would agree. That's when Steven Universe takes a stride. Yeah, I would agree.
Outlaw Star on Toonami. I'm ashamed to admit this. I watched Outlaw Star on Toonami, and to this day, I'm sorry. Like, I'm probably due for a rewatch because it's been so many years. The only thing I remember from it is that hauntingly beautiful ass end credits theme. Suki no Yi.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are shows that I know for a fact I'm going to watch just because I get so many of my friends just recommend it to me. And Avatar and Korra are right top of that list. The thing is, I want to make sure I have nothing else to fucking do that day.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like, what my friends and I have kind of made a habit of, like, we'll set around a day or something like that where we'll just watch it all on Discord kind of deal. That way, like, we're motivated to do it kind of deal, and we'll do it. So we did that with, like, Avatar, rewatching Gravity Falls, and then they got me into Infinity Train recently.
That's good. I need to fucking catch up on that, but I swear that's fucking good.
Oh, dude, yeah, Infinity Train is fantastic. All 3 seasons are really good, and I hope they get a 4th one. God, I hope they get a 4th one.
I'm holding out the same for Carmen Sandiego on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I watched the 1st season of that. I really like that. I just need to see the other 2 now, because Netflix didn't advertise when they
Netflix
put
never
up
fucking
new
advertises. That's
I
the
know.
problem. Dude, Netflix, I'm now binging this new show called Kim's Convenience. It's a Korean-American family, it's a Korean-Canadian, I should say, family drama. It's pretty clean and shit. The jokes are pretty good. I'm fucking enjoying it, honestly. What else though? Infinity Train is at Disney Plus.
No, it's HBO Max. If you use the trial, you can watch all 3 seasons, and like how Infinity Train is set up, it's basically like 11-minute episodes. There's 10 per season, so like you can watch it basically all in like an hour for a book, pretty much. And yes, chat, season 3's finale was freaking nuts. Yes, I'm seeing a bunch of that in chat.
Holy shit, you got to 910 Heartless.
Woo!
I know, but
Alright, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
That's why I haven't been saying anything.
TMNT 2012 became really good in the 2nd season, yeah. I saw somebody earlier who said that Batman was kicking into Batman the Animated Series set too high of a bar, and I'm like, I guess if you want to be like that about it, but at the same time, it's like, don't compare everything to Batman the Animated Series. Give shit its own means to stick up its own merits.
Like,
that was something that hurt Batman Beyond at first, and honestly, I think hurt it in the long run from fan perception, which kind of sucks because Beyond's really fucking good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
On its own merits.
I also think Rise of TMT also had kind of that unfortunate fate as well. Well, because everybody was comparing it to the 2012 show, and then by the time where they were able to actually really flex themselves, that's when Nickelodeon pulled the plug at that point, you know?
The most recent TMNT?
Yeah, they
so fucking good. Yeah, 1,000 deadly news.
Nice. But yeah, they literally pulled another Korra on that show. It was like basically the same situation again.
yeah, same sort of holy shit. Never have I felt that. Never have I felt that animation more than this fucking run. Holy shit!
Where the hell are you two?
And then Sephiroth just gives you a Hell's Gate.
Wait, he puts you in that clutch?
No, he just comes out and stabs you.
No, okay, I thought you were talking about like Undertaker's Hell's Gate.
No, Sephiroth's Hell's Gate.
Say uncle. Oh, this hurts so much. Say it.
Xehanort.
Say it, puppet.
How long has it been since I abandoned
Fuck, I saw it.
that name?
And who?
I'd rather be in the hospital
Who
swabbing
joins the
urethras.
dungeon?
Where's Riku?
Oh shit! It's Mr. Soundboard.
I know
Oh, boy.
nothing of any Kairi. As for Riku,
How many Heartless do you suppose he killed in total over all these
Perhaps you should
attempts?
ask your king.
Who cares? They're Heartless. It's like the Nazis. You're not going to miss them when they die.
Wait, which Mr. Soundboard? There's 3 of us.
That's
Mr.
true.
Professional
Ben, your mic is muted, just in case you weren't aware.
Ben.
Oh, you might be setting things up. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Man, it's so hard to recommend Steven Universe to folks because I'm like, just skip season 1 and season 5 and these specific episodes.
Season 5 was what?
And
Was what was the focus on 5? Because it's been a while since I've
That was the start. Like, I think the first episode was like the trial episode, and then like leading into the end of regular Steven Universe future. No, just regular Steven Universe. My bad.
Here I am.
Thank you for the bits, Military. I appreciate it. Hey Ben, how's it going?
It's a setup by organization
It's going all right.
Alright, you sound like you're coming through a tunnel.
That's his
I'm
big
on
master plan.
AirPods, so
You're on
coming
what?
low.
I can't hear what you're saying, Ben.
He's their leader.
Did you just say Raycons?
And you can save 15% off your order today by visiting the link in the description below. Buyraycon.com/SomeCommyJohnny.
I'm honest, like, not to be a corporate shill or anything, but I'm actually gonna buy me a pair myself on Friday.
Go for it. Use the link though. Hey Dano, buddy, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. 1,000 bits for slaying 1,000 heartless.
1,000 biddly doos.
here, is that better?
A bit. I'm gonna crank you up on my end.
I'm not telling. You're the one who
Say it!
Kyrie.
Yeah, Raycons sound great, don't
The
they?
name's Axel.
And you can get a pair of yours now by using the link
They
down
come in a
below.
variety of colors. You like red?
Please.
Do you like
Everybody likes
Dogg?
red.
Look, about Kyrie.
With Raycons, you don't have to worry about outside noises because of their noise isolating fit. I hate these words you
I don't know why I like that. I don't know why it fucked me up. Do you like Snoop Dogg?
I just
like
hate it.
I don't know why that fucked me up.
I don't care about any of that.
Snoop Dogg? Don't you mean
Just let me
Snoop
in
Lion?
the realm of darkness.
It's Big Lion. He's so powerful.
This failed rebrand from 2010?
Take me to
Remember whenever he owned YouTube with Snoopavision?
Yeah, more than anything.
Show me how important.
Oh, is this Shadow the Hedgehog? Is this
Yeah, this is the same VA.
Okay.
Kirk Florian.
Is Jukamiya? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Please.
Is it Jukamiya? Not sure. Thank you for this prime.
So,
Some guilting any ideas to do a Spiral Marathon? No, not for a bit.
case, the answer's no.
Because the personal interest for Spiral for me personally is low.
You run.
The thing I'm trying to figure out when I eventually do all of like Crash and Spyro is like, do I review the PS1 versions or do I review Insane? Do I do them in separate videos? I don't know how I want to.
I'd say just
that.
combine the originals and Insane.
Yeah, that's
Like
probably
cover the
what I'm
basis with
going-
the original games and then just cover what the Insane trilogy fixes.
Yeah.
And
It's just like,
Collect-
just to
Insane-
cover, it's like, let's be real, the trilogy versions are going to be what most people play now
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point.
Insane Trilogy. It's very good, except for hitboxes and occasional shaky platforming.
Oh, dude, I had some the fuck is a hitbox stuff happen in Crash 4 too, so the joke continues on.
until they
Oh, dude, I had a fucking miserable time not accounting for the platforming differences. I died so many fucking times in the Crash 2 remaster.
finally
Yeah.
exist.
We have the playthrough on SGB to confirm that.
Wonky dick.
Although I'll chalk that up to just Let's Play Curse 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. It's a different beast when you're recording yourself and you know that you're recording yourself, as opposed to just playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
The heart of all that live.
Well, just playing at home, all you think is, well, that's odd. When you're recording it, you're like, this will never happen again.
My personal favorite death in the original Crash 3 games we did was the fucking Nitro Crate, where I spun, I hit the box, and I blew up.
Yeah, that's right. You
I
wouldn't
hit
even
the
touch
nitro
that
box.
thing. Yeah. A Wrath of Cortex moment is what I call it now, because that shit happened to me.
Oh no.
Oh, wonky dick.
I love when I'm jumping over nitro boxes and
Wonky
nitro bounce
dick.
RNG just fucks me in the dick.
I'm sorry. I laugh every time that happens to me.
I hate it because my ass puckers up so tight when I have to jump over a nitro. Guys, oh yeah, if it bounces, this is gonna be a short jump.
Like, dude, there were so many bonus rooms in Crash 4 in particular, like, because of the difference in slide jump, I'm like, oh god, I don't know if I can make that one. Ah! Anxiety!
No. I don't
pretty much my thought process when I was doing the flashback tapes.
Yep.
What about?
Well, you're joining the orgy or not?
Now then, where did
That's
we
a lot of
leave
sperm.
off?
Oh God!
Oh my god!
Oh
It's a
God!
Maleficent Bukkake.
A magnificent Maleficent Bukkake. And that's all from Maleficent's roll. Really?
Yeah,
like
she
that?
disappears
For the
afterwards.
rest of the series.
Yeah.
Which side are you guys on anyway?
Sykes looks so.
What
fucking
about the
yeah,
back?
The strongest.
Later.
Did you? Did you hear about the first rule of the Passive Aggressive Club? Never mind.
Yes. Attract more hearts.
That's another game I'm getting this Friday. Hades. I keep hearing really good shit about
I
that.
hear
Yeah.
great things about Hades. Yeah, I
It-
might bucket on
Especially if you're by.
It's on the
oh.
Switch. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
talking to you out of it. Because I did
I'm-
finish
I'm
off Crystal
so-
Chronicles
I'm
once and
so
for all for
gl-
now.
I'm so glad for Supergiant because like their games have always been a little bit more niche, and now they got like a breakout hit with Hades now. So,
Oh, I'd argue their breakout hit was Bastion.
What am I supposed
they
to do
they
if
did,
I
but
don't
like
use
I
the
definitely think
powers?
Hades has blown up a lot more than Bastion did.
Yeah, because Bastion had its fans as well as the what was the other game? Was it Transistor?
Transistor.
Yeah, but
and
Hades
then,
has porn.
Oh, okay, okay. Hades has.
They're probably most niche game.
Wait,
was
you're telling me
Pyre.
that the only reason Hades is winning is because of titties?
It's not titties. It's pretty boys. Get it
Oh.
right.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Who's got static?
Oh boy, it's time to brood.
That's Ben.
Sora,
My game's better.
Donald,
Fuck you, my game's better.
Goofy.
Fuck you, my game's
Those
better.
three are
Fuck
fun.
you, my
Alright.
game's better.
We'll draw on 3.
The Keyblade shows him.
Oh, I see. The gun
Ha, ha,
person
ha.
draws. All right, fine.
Who's got static in the
Yeah,
chat?
Ben, that's Ben.
Yeah, that's Ben. That's coming through Ben then.
Batman,
Yeah, that's you.
your sensitivity
See you
all
soon.
the way to the bottom. How's that?
That's Ben.
You still sound like you're talking through. You said you're using something else for tonight, right?
AirPods.
AirPods. Yeah.
I am
Yikes.
in a moving car, so that might be contributing.
You're driving. Don't drive in Discord.
The more heartless that
Oh
he
yeah,
is,
Static Shotgun's another good
the
cartoon.
closer he is
Yeah.
to becoming our perfect.
Yes,
Wish
sir.
they, would put, wish they would put that back up for somewhere to stream.
It's
Is it
on
not
the-
available anywhere? Not even on a DC
Nowhere.
Universe or some other
It's on,
shit?
it's on the DC thing.
Oh,
I've been
DC Universe.
watching
Oh, it is?
actually.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
They'll be coming to HBO
What does it
next
matter,
after we
really?
shut down the DC streaming
Whatever
thing.
his circumstances, Sora has never been able to help
Don't
himself
remind
from
me.
saving people from the heartless. It's what his
Does the
Yeah,
car
that's
come
fine.
with the soundboard?
There. The dice have been cast. Things are in motion. He can't stop.
All right, so we are in the second half of the game now, basically.
with the dice.
So,
It is time
Land
to
of
do all
Dragons for the
the.
next one.
We should now. We're doing all the second visits.
Well, okay.
Fun is in
Now we can also head back to Winnie the Pooh at this point because we couldn't. For
Yeah,
the
because now we have those
longest
torn
time.
pages, and I believe
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna head to Halloween Town first.
Are you sure that
You
can't-
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you can. Are you sure? Or
Are you-
do I have to do?
You have to do Port
You
Royal.
gotta do Pirates first.
Yeah.
Oh, Pirates first. Okay, you gotta do Pirates first. Then I'll do Halloween Town afterwards.
Why are you doing Halloween?
Because I
For
want
Decisive
Pumpkin.
Decisive
Pumpkin. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Oh, right, that's right. I kind of forgot that your level doesn't matter. That's right.
And John, you can't say the WP word on stream.
What's
We'll
WP?
lose our monetization from China.
What's the? Oh, Winnie the Pooh.
All right.
Word
I said it
perfect?
again.
Oh, not word perfect. Okay.
Pooh Brains.
Jiminy
Okay,
fucking
this,
Christmas there.
this scene was always framed really weird.
Maybe
Because, you go back, you leave this scene, and then you go to that scene after, and then you go back here. and-
Yeah, I know. It's like why show that everything's gonna be okay in the gummy ship scene before afterwards?
I never got how this entire scene was framed up.
Somebody just asked about Ghost of Tsushima, and mine is still in the fucking wrapping. That was a week long endeavor to try to get it.
My
I
God.
didn't get into it yet because Crystal Chronicles came out, and it was upstairs in my bedroom, which meant that it was going to be too fucking hot to be up there. But now that the weather's cooling down, I could actually play my PS4 again.
But no, chat. The only reason why I bring it up is because Genshin Impact actually reminded me.
Oh my god, Genshin Impact. What is that game? Is it just Gacha Breath of the Wild? Is that what it is? Because that's all I hear.
Yeah, it's Gacha Breath of the Wild without it forcing you to spend money.
Riku!
The only issue that people are running into now is the fact that
no gotcha game forces you to spend money, but those who pay out will get better than those who don't. It's the same thing that goes in Duel Links. So you don't have to pay out, but you feel fucking stupid when you don't.
Yeah. But it's just because it's a Chinese developer, you have those awkward censorship moments where, you know, someone posts Hong Kong or Taiwan or something like that in the chat, and it just completely blurs it out.
Oh my god.
How's that
And that's on
picture
the
not?
global server.
We live in a
How's that
dystopian
picture
society.
not trashed by the ice cream? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the ice cream is right. Yeah, the ice cream is freeze dried and wrapped in plastic.
No, it's not. It's just mashed potatoes.
You sure you want to eat?
Mashed potato dipping dots, it sounds like.
No, you know how they film for commercials, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Because they don't want to worry about ice cream melting. They just use mashed potatoes styled to look like ice cream.
That thing is the keyhole. Oh, I put it in my mouth.
So is that why the school cafeteria served mashed potatoes with an ice cream scoop?
Yes.
Oh man, we talk. What a tease. Like, don't bring out a fucking ice cream scoop. You gotta send me mashed potatoes. Like, I love mashed potatoes, but if you could use an ice cream scoop, I'm expecting ice cream.
Yeah,
I remember for the longest time I was not a fan of like mashed potatoes or baked potatoes for like years until like
mash. I love
and
mash.
then my dad taught me how he does his is like he'll have that, but then he'll cover it in a bit of vegetable oil and sprinkle it with salt, and then you bake it after that. And then I started to really like it.
It's also very healthy for you too. Baked potatoes are a good source of actual starch. Not like manufactured starch, like legitimate starch.
Actual starch.
Yeah,
the realest of starch.
The true starch, motherfucker. It's like when you hear, "Oh, this has got a lot of sugar in it." Yeah, fruits normally do, dickhead. Anyway,
did you guys hear about Ireland Subway like a few weeks back?
Oh yeah, how its bread has too much of a high sugar content to be considered bread.
This isn't bread.
As my sister was just going like, man, I would love to be in the country where that is right now your biggest news story. Like, sounds so much nicer.
yeah, I know, right? Our president just said that he threatened revenge on China. I'm like, you're gonna pick on war with us? Nation that'll kick our ass.
I just want people to debate on bread.
Let's see what's happening in Ireland. It's fucking cake.
Well, I feel like it's where you go back and read about the Irish bread riots.
All right, that's the right hashtag for tonight. Irish bread riots.
Just out of context.
I'm sorry, that lingers, yeah.
The bread was a lie.
The Irish are the same people who invented soda bread.
Oh, I never had it, so I don't know anything about it. Oh man, this world's doing a lot to our characters. They're already whipping out the flask.
We're gonna go to like the supermarket now, and you'll see that they have like, oh yeah, this is a 7-Up flavored cake. I'm like,
Yeah, actually, do we have any Irish representation in the chat? Are there Irish bread riots?
Apparently, according to my sister, I'm apparently Port Irish from my mother's side.
I hate Tigger so much.
Yeah, Tigger's one of those dudes that needs to get hit in the fucking jaw.
Oh my god.
No, your mind games.
It's just the name, because all I can hear is either you're stumbling to say trigger or you meant to say.
Oh no. God. I'm still kind of disappointed of how KH3 handled it.
What's so funny?
It's one of those things that I think everybody fucking thinks about when they're growing up. It's like, oh, wait, I love Tigger. And you get to a certain age, I'm afraid to say his name.
That's like the same thing whenever I have to like do a script that involves like Eggman Nega. I'm just like,
oh my god, I'm reminded of what Yahoo News once did. It was a completely innocent accident from Yahoo News. Basically, all right, the news story was supposed to be that the story was simply put, Trump wanted a much bigger Navy.
Oh.
That was one of those stories when you realize the B key and the N key is very close to each other on your keyboard.
No,
No. Here's the thing. Nobody got really furious about it. Nobody got furious. Everybody understood it was a mistake.
Yeah,
and Black Twitter had a funny-ass field day with it. The memes that spewed from it were fucking hilarious.
Oh, no.
My personal favorite was SS Deadass.
Your Wednesday, yep, never forget.
Yeah.
I just had a rare moment of road justice. The Mustang that flew by me a few miles back on 95 just got pulled over.
I just like road
That
justice.
happens, and it feels good to actually witness it happening for once.
The Negaverse. Yeah.
I saw SS Deadass.
I'll find a picture of that.
Yeah, if you can, please.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I was always kind of disappointed. Cage 3 like has a great art style for this world, and then there's only like one mini game in there. I was like, why make this great art style if you're not going to use it for anything else?
Hang on.
I'm so high.
Why did you laugh like Alfred Ashford?
Hey, I was laughing like Alfred Ashford before I even played Code Veronica. Because I make similar noises when I find out what an edible actually
When
is.
I saw the review of that, I legit had to look up the cutscene. It was like, that wasn't a Johnny didn't edit that in, right?
Well, then I guess bouncing's not the answer. It makes a tigger almost never want to bounce.
I uploaded the picture to the Discord complete with the tweet that had it.
Okay, cool.
Man, high school was a trip.
Please be careful with that.
Oh, sorry, little piglet.
High school was a trip with the banned books that we had to read because there was no such thing as black people. There was only ninjas.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Hey, Mega Man, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Well, let me catch up on subs real quick, because I've had a couple here. Throughout. Mr. King Jacob, SGM, Hero Cash out, thank you. The Accursed Hunter. Approaching my second year, Twisted anniversary, which also means 2020 is almost over. Hopefully, I mean, let's be real here, guys. 2020 is going to be over, but it doesn't mean it's going to end either.
Nope.
Things are not going to magically get better January 1st, 2021.
Oh, I'm looking forward to January 32nd, 2020.
Oh man, Tapu is disengaged in this conversation. Okay, Unsung Gamer, thank you very much. Anthem here. Yeah, I know. Core, Jukemia, thank you very much. 0x Man, Mega Man, thank you.
I had a harsh moment in class earlier. I wanted to reference an article I read what I thought was a couple of years ago. I pulled up the article. It was written in March of this year.
Oh.
It felt so long ago. And I was like, oh.
This has been a very long year, yes.
Like, this was written a week before the shit hit the fan.
I have to keep reminding myself that I graduated back in April. I'm like, I did not. That was over a year ago. That did not happen this year.
It's been a very, very exhausting year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year sucks. Like, this year just sucks and blows like gay porn. Like, it's just terrible.
It does.
I don't know, there's something that's still getting me about Pooh.
Oh, God, the 7 remake did come out 6 months ago.
Do you remember the 7 remake?
Yeah.
That was like the only good thing of this year. That and the Resident Evil 3 remake.
I played 7 Remake last week again. It's still on version 1.0.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I imagine all the patches ain't coming through because everybody doesn't want to die from a fucking pandemic.
Well, you want to go crazy.
All right, so
King came out 6 months ago already.
Can somebody elaborate on this for me? Because I didn't look it up after. I literally just heard it was like 10 minutes before the stream started. But Regal Cinema, is that going down? Or are they just
closing their stores until the pandemic ends?
Okay, yeah, so it's a temporary thing. Okay, because I heard it was more of a permanent thing. I wasn't sure about that.
Permanent?
Yeah, they said
it starts at
earlier saying it's a temporary thing, but like the headlines made it sound like it was permanent.
Okay.
It starts out temporarily, and then it goes permanently. I mean, they were already on their last leg.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
oh wait, shit. No, I'm wrong. Regal Movie Chain will close all 536 U.S. theaters on Thursday.
Yeah, but is it a permanent closure or is it temporary? Just until like the vaccine is made.
No, they
I
sent an
think
email out.
they
earlier.
did it in August, but now it's like, who's really able to go to the fucking theater?
Yeah, no, like legit. Like I know, like everybody else, everyone's going through their pains and all that because they miss like normalcy in their lives. Movie theaters, I think, are some of the biggest because I love going to the movies.
Yeah.
You know,
like it's always one of the things I love doing with my dad. You know.
Yeah. But Ian, this is just the age we live in right
Here's
now.
the official statement from Regal here. It says Regal will temporarily suspend operations at all theaters at close of business tomorrow. Until further notice, this is a response to the challenging theatrical landscape and sustained key market closures. So, like the big thing reasoning is that all the tentpole movies are being delayed and they are not going to get the business because of that.
And what kind of pisses me off with movie releases right now is that we've already seen several movies this year have already shown off the fact that you can stream movies, you can do digital releases and make the same bank as, you know, big box office sales.
Right.
But at the same time, why do I have to wait for my anime movie that's already going to have English subtitles nearly 8 months after Japan gets it, because it's going to be shown in theaters instead of streaming because they want to have a theater release?
Well, there's that. There's also the dub if you want to wait for that. And I'd wait for the dub because sometimes it's not really all that fun where I have to keep reading the bottom of my screen as opposed to watching everything on screen.
I hate it so much because basically the entire East is getting the movie way before the West does.
Dubs for life, subs for life. I can do both.
I can do both. You know.
I can do
like,
both.
Like
what?
For both subs and
Watching
dubs.
something
Really
subbed, watching something dubbed.
Depends on which is available to me. And usually, if I watch a show one way, I won't like watch it the other way, kind of deal. It's
Dubs.
You know what's a trip?
Dubs, unless it is the Yakuza series. If it ain't Yakuza, I want dubs.
Was there any Yakuza game that was dubbed besides?
I heard rumor that the 7th one is going to be dubbed, but yeah, the first Yakuza game was dubbed, which was weird as shit hearing Mark Hamill as Majima.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'm grateful they're going to try dub work again for the Yakuza games for the English players who don't want to read the text all day, but at the same time, it's Yakuza. If you don't speak Japanese in that game, it feels like you're committing cultural treason.
Like, games, I'm usually always keep it on dub most of the time. When I'm watching shows, it's a little different for me.
Yeah, Like a Dragon is going to be dubbed. They've already got a dubbed trailer for it. But one thing that is definitely a trip is watch Netflix with an English dub, but also the English subtitles.
Oh, I hate it
because
so
Netflix,
much.
for whatever
They
reason,
don't match.
completely localizes it differently.
They don't
I
match,
hate it
which is
so
why
much.
they're shit.
So, like one of the shows, Ajin, it basically has a completely different plot between the subtitles, the English subtitles, and the English dub, and I hate it so much.
Apparently, Akechi is Kuzuru in the dub. Oh boy.
And I'm just like, Netflix, you already have the script. You may need it for the dub, but just use the dubbed script. Why do you have a separately localized subtitle?
No, it's not the Diaz Mike. Yu-Gi-Oh! Renaming Death as the Shadow Realm is not necessarily the same thing. That's more of a localization and censorship to soften the blow for kids. Yeah, that's just for kids, like being for kids.
Yeah.
Don't matter to me.
Yeah, that's
really on that one.
For kids being for kids. This is Netflix being really stupid.
Oh yeah.
That one is just more of like you have the script right there, and they're just two different scripts that you're using. Like
Here's the thing, though. Early Pokemon being censored made sense. Pokemon, I feel like, besides one or two like major exceptions, actually got off pretty easily.
Dude, they had a store full of people holding guns at Ash.
Yeah.
And then they blocked the episode with the Rudy Tooty shooter of the Safari Zone. I was like, wait, what the fuck? So revolvers are banned, but shotguns are okay. Good to know.
Wait, you mean to tell me that inflatable breasts are inappropriate for a children's cartoon?
More so because they weren't too kosher about how James was out openly flaunting them.
I mean, they were nice.
Well, all I can say is that tentacles cannot destroy steel beams, at least in the U.S.
Can I get this now? I don't think I can.
Digimon was funny as shit when it came to guns because it was like Japan was like, I mean, Pokemon was like, no, we can't show off these Safari guys having guns. Meanwhile, Digimon designs a fucking Digimon that is made of guns.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Who handled the localization of Digimon?
Yeah, it's Deputymon. Hold on, let me put that in the fucking group chat.
Yeah, who did that? Because I don't know. I think they were kind of a lesser Simon.
Yeah, Saban did that.
Saban.
Yeah. Gundramon. There you go.
No, not Gundramon, Deputymon.
The people are saying Gundramon though in the chat.
Gundramon's another one, yeah,
Okay,
but I'm thinking Deputymon. Or it looks like Vivi with a revolver for a chest and 2 pistols. And it's up in the Discord chat for the record.
Okay.
Remember Saban handling Dragon Ball Z? Was that when the intro music was
that
really
was
heavy?
that was Rock the Dragon era.
I liked it.
I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, it's all we had until Dragon Ball made the shift to Toonami. And yeah,
it could be worse.
What's worse in comparison? Besides the big
Disney doing the dub for Naruto.
I never watched Naruto, so I don't know what that means.
They only were able to do 2 seasons of Shippuden and nothing else because then they realized people die nonstop in the show. We can't do this.
This is violent.
This dude just got dismembered. Like, we can't show that on Disney.
Do you guys have an edited version? Nope. Oh
no. Wait a minute, you guys are making a fuss out about this? My child was traumatized watching Clayton get hanged in Tarzan. Why are you guys suddenly have standards now?
Which is even more funny. Like, I always point to Gravity Falls of just like, I have no idea how Disney gotta let them do half of the shit they do in that show.
Yeah.
Like, the one I always think of is the Mansion episode where there's a bunch of taxidermy, like animals on the wall. And their eyes roll back into the back of their heads and just start dripping blood from their mouths. I'm like, oh my god!
It's a small world after.
What happened?
In chat, no, Cartoon Network not only did the movies for Naruto, but they did the original show. It's just that no one would pick up the sequel show when that came out, so Disney picked it up, and then they immediately regretted it.
That's your fault for letting your child. I'm sorry.
I think Disney's only had that issue again with like whenever they tried to broadcast E3 and then Doom Eternal showed up.
That way you do it.
It's like I just love the really hard contrast between Pirates of the Caribbean and Final Fantasy Nomura design and Disney.
Again, my favorite one is just like whenever the portraits come up because it looks like a freaking mod.
Somebody was like, "It's your fault for taking your kids to see that." I was like, "Wait, Tarzan? Tarzan? Nobody thought Clayton was gonna die that way."
It's a kid's movie. What the fuck are you talking about?
Pardon me, lads and lass, but your captain will have no monsters today.
The only other thing this scene needs is Minecraft Steve in the corner.
Yes.
Every post of Smash with Steve, it looks like a shit post.
It really does, yo. It looks like I'm looking at it like you photoshopped this.
Like, especially the banner one. Like, that's a Photoshop. I'm sorry, that's a Photoshop.
Scumbag Steve.
Well, I just love that
Steve.
every
I like
single
that.
character's been smashified except Steve.
Don't remember inviting you.
Who the fuck are you?
So it was the organization.
He wasn't even there.
That hood is so tightly rounded in front of the face. I don't even understand you can hear them sons of bitches.
The darkness of to these cursed medallions.
Which one is this one?
Luxor.
This is Luxor, yeah.
Veritable maelstrom of avarice. I wonder.
The only way I could think this naming scheme that came through was somebody heard about the Lure Casino or something in Vegas or London. It was like, fuck it, we're naming it this. But I fucking, for the record, love the Grim Reaper redesign in the final mix.
Oh yeah.
Particularly the use of the blue coat to symbolize the death to pirates. I love it.
I remember this one. This is one you can actually cheat if you just summon Stitch and just keep hitting him with Blizzara.
Which is, well, is Luxord in the Pirates of the Caribbean levels? So
Yes.
they don't have to hire a second actor?
Yeah, probably, yeah. I would just keep shooting him, dude. You should have also had like a magical Keyblade ready for this one.
Yeah, I probably should have had more in, yeah.
So who are we going to have play as Jack? We don't want to spend money hiring another actor. Just get Luxord's actor.
Stitch. 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 Stitch.
No, it's what's the
You sound like an
Stitch?
older Lilo watching Stitch take a shit on the carpet.
Thank you, Stitch. No, if I was taking a shot, it's like, oh, Stitch.
No, that would be Lilo. No, that would be Nani. You know, because you know how like adult, like I'm sorry to say, women would be like, hey, oh.
No.
Well, adult Lilo never talks to Stitch anymore.
Yeah, I
after
know.
This,
Well, I'm talking like Nani.
and then Stitch went to Japan for some odd reason.
Can't you shift the camera to
Man,
have
I-
Stitch touch you? Is that how it works? I wish it worked like that. You could actually manipulate the camera to get Stitched over your icon, and he has no choice but to lick you now.
Lick it. Lick it.
You're doing it wrong. You need peanut butter to get him to lick you.
I love peanut butter.
What the fuck, Lilo?
This is one of those things that I love adding to my diet, but then you'll actually look at the nutritional bag like, this is how many calories per tablespoon?
Don't do it by the tablespoon, dumbass.
No, I don't do it by a tablespoon. I don't even think I use 2 tablespoons.
There's a new billboard here at 95 that says circumcision cruel and harmful.
Wait, what about circumcision?
It's cruel and it's harmful.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I was ever circumcised.
I think I was just to get my just to get rid of the extra foreskin.
Oh my God, Sonic Gamer, yeah, that was a Mega Man X moment. Shotgun ice! Shotgun
Shotgun
ice!
ice!
Shotgun ice!
Shotgun ice!
Throw him overboard.
Aye, aye.
Shout out to Maverick Hunter X. A great game. Except
Man, I
my one.
posted something in chat for you.
It's a bit of the pirate's code. Anyone who invokes parley must not
Whenever
be
you get the
harmed
chance
till
after you're
negotiations
done
are
driving.
complete.
This is no time for rules.
True. But as we're honorable pirates, we should always stick to the code. Out with it.
I surrender the chest with my humblest apologies.
Rather accommodating of you, mate.
Look at how low texture that chest is compared to everything else.
For the memories.
Huh?
I remember they had a Pirates of the Caribbean game that came out around this time too, and it didn't take off.
Assassin's Creed.
What it means to cross a pirate.
Smart reminder, I do weight updates on the 15th of every month. So, got about a week before I make another update.
Goofy, it's yours.
I can't wait for Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
Hey guys, Virgil's playable.
I know.
Can't wait to buy this game again.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna do it.
I mean, I'm gonna double dip, but it's not really double dipping because I got a code for DMC5 to do that spotlight I did. How long ago was that?
Year.
God.
Yeah, that was about a year ago.
Oh boy, that was a year.
You will miss extra thick, John. I won't. Like like the old saying about like how the camera adds like 15, 20 pounds. Well, it started to look like 30 or 40 pounds to me specifically.
That's how I felt yesterday.
You stole a
Yeah.
ballerina again? Were I only that fortunate.
So, how come you're all skeleton-y?
Perhaps I got a touch of something from that monster what attacked us.
I'm cursed, you
It
dumb
was
fuck.
interesting right now.
Spooky, scary.
Don't you know Halloween's around the corner, lad?
Send shivers down your spine, mate.
Savvy.
Oh man, I love those modern day Goosebumps books that I've been seeing making the rounds on Twitter.
Wait, modern day? I don't think I've seen that.
If any, God, I gotta see if I can find it on my home feed because I'm not sure if I like them or not. But no, it's basically just Goosebumps if they were horror stories for folks that grew up with Goosebumps.
Download and die.
Lucky we didn't get
That's an
cursed,
actual
huh?
one.
Quit yammering, mates. We've
All right, have a good night,
got
Mr.
ourselves a
Tiger.
ship that'll float.
Well, I mean, yeah, rule of thumb with Devil May Cry is don't buy the game till Virgil's in it. They don't do Game of the Year editions at full price.
Yeah,
They do
we could
virtual
probably
editions
make up
full
our own
price.
like Goosebump stories for folks that grew up with Goose. So anybody with between like the ages of 25 to 35, I want to say, what would be a scary topic for Goosebumps?
Homelessness.
Yeah.
Sugary bread.
The debt monster.
I just heard me in chat. The
The IRS-osaurus.
Anxiety, student debt, politics, taxes,
Depression. That's just the
Still
subtitle of the book is
alone.
depression.
Irish bread riots.
Attack of the Boomers.
Boomer Dameron.
Financial ransom.
Oh yeah, go back. Wait, hold on. You forgot
Capitalism.
Wait. What did I forget?
Peter Pan.
Oh shit, hold on a
Back
second.
there.
Sorry, I was thinking about Attack of the Boomers. Shit. All right, Peter Pan,
Well,
I'm sorry
you
you're
don't
stuck
have
in
to
this
worry.
box.
Hey, don't worry. With me, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Peter Pan.
Assault of the Karens.
Why was he in the? Why was he in the box of all places?
I don't know.
OnlyFans.
The end of pumpkin spice lattes.
God, what else?
Attack of the Boomers. Isn't that just Codename Kids Next Door?
Goomer Loomer.
Sympapocalypse.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I mean, hey, that guy's got a great aim.
Shot your ass in the arm. The quarter life crisis. Say cheese and COVID.
Avocado toast.
Avocado toast panic.
Oh my god.
Living Zoomers. Karen's gone wild.
Oh my god.
Revenge
of the Sims. Yeah.
None of the headless mask.
Doctor's appointments.
Oh, good lord.
The healthcare industrial
He is
complex.
the manager.
Tin Mancock.
Curse of the unpayable hospital bill.
Who crashed the housing market? My best
Anime.
friend, social distancing.
The dead man's crust.
The last toilet roll.
The overflowing leftovers fridge.
The stacked sink.
Hidden Zoom code.
Horny of Main Street. Terror of the Orange Overlord.
Teaching your parents how to change the input on the
The 5G Tower of Doom.
Ridiculous imitation.
Crunch time to die. I love that. No food, only ramen. The mass drought. Sanitation devastation. Yeah, I saw that too.
One of
am I
them
gonna
just has
buy?
to be called the reveal.
I'm gonna buy Age of Calamity. Yes, I'm gonna get it when it comes out. Looking great.
The hash digging slasher.
The boy that cried fires.
Crippling depression attacks.
So Australia, how do you guys feel about Tasmanian devils being reintroduced to your country?
Wait, I didn't know they left.
They were all but extinct, but now they're reintroducing them to the country.
So you're just full
as
of
a way of
surprises.
solving invasive species, and I'm like, no, that's such a horrible idea.
The boy who cried my right.
The gender reveal party.
Oh god. You guys are on point with this.
Yeah, I'm loving these books.
I will buy them all. It's a boy.
Alright, we are heading to the ship graveyard. Oh.
No, wait.
For the nobody escapes, where's the nobody? The nobody's down there.
The beast from the Yeats. The abandoned theater, the plastic ocean, the microtransactions from hell. Piano lessons can be toxic. Night of the internet trolls, deathly avocados.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Avocados.
Steve smashes over the trees.
Say no mass and die.
I like that one. 4clan.
From Twitter.
Cancel culture panic. I like that one.
So has anyone in chat played Squadrons yet?
I've seen a few reviews go up. I haven't heard anybody talk about it at all.
You don't have
I'm gonna hear good things about it.
No, I can get this. Hold on. If I think if I position myself just right, this thing will fuck me out.
That's what she said.
Too big. Too big. I'm not brave enough.
Which one more time?
No. The backlog raiders.
Okay, I'll do it later. Fear and loathing in my anus.
When you have 4 chili cheese dogs in a row and your ass is not responding to you. Well, you could just go Valor for a bit. He's right.
John, you should have got him earlier. Got him earlier. Got him earlier.
The rise of Fall Guys. I like that.
Kind of an oxymoron when you think about
Calamity Karen.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's wrong.
Wrong.
Oh well, we're gonna get used to gamblers later because they're gonna be our go-to enemy to grind for Master Form.
Over in Merlin's Tower.
Yeah.
Calamity Karen is my new channel name.
Oh, one second. That is my phone. Oh.
Among Us Fall Guys.
No. I don't want to fight you.
I just want to get the gold.
I can't wait for the microtransactions to be added into Crash 4.
Oh god, that's a depressing Goosebumps book. And then he died too.
Fuck. Is that Goosebumps or just any like Dagorama?
That's a
For
Goosebumps thing.
as grindy as Crash 4 is. I no. Don't try and soften the blow with microtransactions. Even though I'm pretty sure
What
they
do you
use
mean
that
soften the
excuse.
blow?
I don't see how they could, like, what would they even do?
More skins!
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
When there's a dollar, there's a way. That's capitalism,
Oh,
motherfucker.
shit. Hold the wrong fucking way.
I mean, that's my Goosebumps book. Microtransactions after launch. I hate that that's becoming a thing now. Of them waiting like 2 weeks after launch. So they get all the good hype from the reviews and everything. And then people go and play the game, only to see, oh, I have to pay for stuff inside the game after spending $60.
Yeah, but let's go. But game development is expensive.
Oh,
Then focus on making good games, not highly polished games.
Oh boy.
No, not even that. It's not that video games are expensive, it's that CEOs are expensive.
Yeah, all that money's going right to the CEO.
Sorry about that. I'm getting a little distracted on my phone.
Karen, killing all reasoning, eternally nagging.
Oh god.
We could probably pay $40 for video games from here on out if the CEOs just took a 5% pay cut.
Yeah, but they all got pharaoh complexes, so that ain't happening.
So maybe we're gonna start paying 70 for every game.
Or 90 if you live in a... Oh god, what country just got screwed over by that?
Canada.
Was it Canada?
I guess I just entered a No Soros club.
Welcome to the Salty Splatoon.
How tough are you, Johnny?
Being a billionaire isn't enough. You don't have all of the world's money.
Yeah, only Bezos does that.
Why make trillions when we can make billions?
Wait, is it trillions more than billions? Last I checked. Insanity
joke.
World.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's Austin Powers reference.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Trillions more than a billion, dumb nuts.
No, Sora, the not slip on an ice cube. He got sniped.
Sora got hit in the head with a fucking axe.
Buddy, that was a stop sign.
Excuse me. Did he just? I was gonna say, did he despawn? Hey, he's just walking away like Bigfoot.
I can't wait for Microsoft to buy out EA.
They do. Microsoft gets a huge ass benefit. But literally, because literally, sports ball makes more than any video game you'll think of.
Next to gotchas, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's not sports ball, it's gotcha games.
Wait, no, never mind. I forgot. Now they have like roulettes for winning specific characters and whatnot. So you got sports gotchas at this point.
Oh shit.
Now no one will stand in our way.
God, what?
What hit you?
No, it was like my phone keeps going off.
Oh.
Man, I can't wait to get a triple gold star, Kobe Bryant.
EA games are basically gotchas now. I haven't played an EA game in so long, so I wouldn't know.
I haven't
EA
played.
died with EA Sports.
I
The
haven't
last
played
sports
an
ball
EA
game I played was Madden 2001 or 2002.
The last EA game I think that I played was like SSX Tricky back on the GameCube.
And that's not even more of a that's more of the EA Sports big lineup.
Yeah.
You know, that's not even the more traditional lineup.
EA Sports Big was the only good lineup. Like
I would agree. Yeah, I love the big lineup.
EAE.
Don't make fun of me. I was once like you. This sucks.
My pain is never ending.
It's a very different form of intelligence cube than I'm used to seeing.
Boy, howdy, I wish
don't
I could
think-
just die.
Wow, that was a clutch
I
coin
don't think
grab.
this is
Holy
what they
shit.
meant when they said gambling your life away.
Heyo.
Oh, I'm actually pretty tired of doing this repeatedly, so I'm gonna go back to the ship and save because I do have to end this session pretty quick.
Yeah.
About like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, I'll go and get some ice cream tonight.
Oh, I remember ice cream. This is perfect ice cream weather too.
No, it's perfect chilly weather.
I love chili.
I have yet to have a good one.
Do you know which what? When's the last one? When's the last time you had it, and where did you get it from?
3 years ago. I don't remember where.
Oh shit! You had chili at my house last year when we did the stream.
Yeah, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
That ain't no chili. No, that chili was actually pretty good. Wendy's has good chili, and
Yeah. Unless you figure out how they make it.
that's the sausage principle. That can go for a lot of things, not just chili.
Right.
You can't find them in supermarkets anymore, strangely. Well, at least the ones I go to. But Campbell's chunky chili in those microwavable tubs are really good. I swear by those whenever I can find them anyway.
I think Wawa has chili, and I think they added that to the Hot Foods menu last year.
I never had Wawa chili yet.
I didn't say it was good. I just said they had it.
Chili is hard to find that's good, and as well, beef stew is hard to find. Like a really good beef stew.
Like proper beef stew, yes.
Yeah. You basically have to do it yourself.
Who cooks for themselves these days?
I do.
I actually ended up making some myself last Sunday. And then this weekend we're doing salmon.
Ooh, salmon.
Ooh, somebody got big money.
Salaman.
I make like dinners for like 2 nights, so I got leftovers for tomorrow.
I'll like cook up a big thing of like rice and orange chicken, and then that'll be like my lunch and dinner for like the next 3 days.
Well,
That's how
until we get the electricity fixed in the garage, I'm probably going to be eating chicken for the next little bit because the freezer was in the garage, and if that's not working, that's a lot of meat that's going to go bad.
All right, so folks, I'm gonna have to call it here. I have seen what Fetty and Ray were saying that Ray was canceled for tonight, and that's unfortunate. But whatever, can't help it. But I do have to get going because that's not what my phone was going off about. So I got a couple of days to take care of. So we're gonna reconvene next week with the second part of Port Royal and get ourselves situated so that we can go after Halloween Town and get our decisive pumpkin. Yeah, because the second visits are a little more to the point.
Yeah.
Because they're wrap-ups to the storyline, basically. So it doesn't take very long to get to the boss. But we have to fight the boss with these very stifling stipulations. So that said, let's find someone to raid. Again, that raid hashtag will be Irish Bread Riots. So let me see.
A friend of mine streaming.
Well, we're gonna raid Elliot and Sabrina.
Okay.
We'll hold on for that for next time if they happen to be.
What, Irish bread rights?
Irish Bread Riots, yes.
Where's the night court theme, Johnny?
I know. Oh, you did give that to me. Yes. Hold on a second. Oh, you wouldn't be able to hear it because it's playing from Discord and not the soundboard. All right, I'll have to download that right now then. All right, got a lot to do tonight. So, all right, guys, send Elliot a bit of my love, and I will catch you guys on Friday for Sub Night, which again, it's going to be Jackbox. We'll play for a couple of hours, and then we'll just rest and relax for the weekend. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.